Vital magnetism and the human magnetic body. My friends, this is a direct addition to the last video on the subtle body and magnetism. In that video, I dove deep into describing the vital magnetic field and how we can start to harmonize it with the macrocosm. There's macrocosmic energy, ether, all around us, and that ether exists in law, right? It exists within a great harmony of order. And we can learn how to start breathing and meshing our field with that etheric field and actually be permeated with life force. You see, there's this field, this ocean of infinite energy all around us. And by learning these breath patterns, which I taught in the last two videos, and essentially practicing and training yourself to hold your field open, polarized, and in alignment, we can learn how to drink and actually mesh with that field, where vital life force is permeating our body, permeating our aura at all times. And this is really the secret keys to healing, regeneration, and magic. In this video, my friends, I want to expand on a few things about disharmony, disease, and basically the method, the universal method that we're using here for this activation, for healing, and for understanding the vital magnetism. First off, and this is the fifth video in the Vital Knowledge series, and I'm just trying to put the most potent stuff out there in a raw way. Please share this video with someone you think it will impact, and I really appreciate when you hit that like button. Let's dive into it, my friends. Where I want to start is as above, so below. As above, so below. Okay? Essentially, our vital magnetic, system or subtle energetic system, the anatomy of it looks very similar to the anatomy of the nervous system, because spirit circumscribed a circle and manifested inward, according to Manly P. Hall, right? And as he manifested inward, he went from very subtle and very, very fast, right, to more and more and more dense. As that manifestation hit the plane of the akasa, or energetic or pranic body, right, it created this unseen, but it's almost tangible. It's almost tangible energy all around us. It's a subtle energetic body. And that body is immediately reflected in the nervous system. If we look at the nervous system, it's a direct manifestation beneath that, the electric system of the body, just beneath subtle energy. The nervous system, right, is just above the circulatory system and the lymphatic system, which is liquids, right? And beneath that is the skeletal system. And if you look at the human body, I don't know if you can see the bones in here, but you see how the bones and the electrical and the lymph and the arteries all follow the same tracks. Everything is stacked on top of each other. This is a crucial understanding, my friends. As above, so below. How we influence our energetic body influences our physical body. By creating harmony on the order or plane above, that harmony will be manifested downward. Our body is the consequence of the vitality or lack thereof of our vital magnetic field. Our body is the consequence, right? So, disease in the body manifests from disharmony in the field. And we can address this both in the body, but also in the field itself, the more powerful approach. Disharmony, my friends, looks like when all of a sudden, let's say the music of this part of the field stops playing at the right frequency. All of a sudden there's disharmony, there's discord through the whole field. That may result in a misalignment in the spine, in an emotional imbalance, negative thoughts, whatever it may be, right? And essentially, all our field is this symphony of music that is emanating from all of our organs, right? It's emanating and flowing through our spine. This vital magnetism is flowing up our back, right, and around in that toroidal field. It's also flowing down and around. Essentially, if we can learn to create harmony in that field, we will cure disease and regenerate to our natural blueprint. We have a divine inheritance, and that is vitality, and that is alignment. If we're in alignment, we're in creation, right? We're living on infinite energy, because if we're in alignment, the ether's pumping through us. So in the last 2 videos, I addressed the breathing practice that addresses disharmony, okay? That breathing practice looked like a fire breath and a water breath. So on the fire breath, we would inhale really, strongly and pressurize the whole vehicle, hold it. Then we would exhale and draw the energy up, right? Draw the energy up and witness the light shining forth, kind of a tumo practice. It's fire because we are breathing in energy, life, and power of the universe and channeling it into our being, right? That's why it's the fire breath. And so with that, we had this pressurizing and depressurizing that bestowed life, that bestowed health to the physical body. It helped clear the tubes of the physical body. It helped massage the organs, massage the tissues, get the blood flowing properly. Breathwork decreases inflammation. This kind of breathwork, it's amazing what it can do for the physical body. I don't want to get into that right now, but it basically rebalances you. Breathwork rebalances you, especially these 2 practices. Okay, so we did the fire path, and that was pressurizing and depressurizing. And then we went to the water path, and the water path is about breathing through the whole body, exhaling and literally blending yourself with the great essence, blending yourself with the ether all around you, becoming formless, right? Entering the void of all things. That's the water path. Go watch those 2 videos. Interesting enough, though, there's a principle that I want to draw your attention to here. And this is a universal principle. This principle, my friends, is about pressurizing and depressurizing. How do you clear a dirty sponge? Right now, my friends, we're a dirty sponge. A lot of our tubes are clogged up. Our energy is not flowing in perfect vitality, right? We have misalignments in the spine, and that misalignment in the spine creates a separation where the energy no longer flows. That separation creates disease. The spine, if you go look at my nervous system video, the subtle energy anatomy in the nervous system, we notice that the spine is the main conductor of energy through the body. And in fact, the nervous system comes down the spine and connects to every single organ, right? So when there's a disharmony in the field, right, all of a sudden the spine gets moved one way and it creates a void over here, okay? And then the spine has a misalignment, right, or a bend or a crook in it. And when the spine has that, then the vital magnetism or the chi, the meridians aren't flowing properly down the spine. When they're not flowing properly, all of a sudden a certain organ in the body, the lymph isn't draining right, it's not getting the proper nutrients, it's not in correct harmony. But by going back to the field, we can address the problem in the field and the spine will fix itself. Much better than going to a chiropractor every week of your entire life. It's much better than, all the different drugs you could take every week for the rest of your life. My friends, if we address the field, right, we can create harmony in the body. Harmony is health. Now get this, my friends. In this video, if you're here this far, hit that like button and stay tuned, my friends, because this video is truly about vital magnetism and magic. Here's the thing. This is the power, my friends. The vital magnetic field can be programmed, right? It's not something you are a victim to. It is programmed. And individuals who cultivate and train their will and intent and learn how to combine will and intent, right, with breath and breathe life into it, into a vital magnetic field of their own body, of someone else's body, of any object, right? You can powerfully influence the vital magnetism. This is Hermetics. Hermetics is about the science of essentially influence, the influence the stars have on you and the influence you can have over the astral energies. Vital magnetism, is really the key to magic because we're talking about breath work that we do to charge and cleanse. That brings us to potency and presence. Potency and presence after doing that breath work. From that place, we can choose. We can set an intent in our mind, right? Apply our will and breathe it into existence, and we can plant powerful seeds of magic into our reality. I'm going to describe each step of that in this video. So again, please share this video. And also, my friends, if you guys want to dive into a breathwork intensive training 6-week boot camp, basically, you can apply, link in the description. I'm taking a few beta testers right now, but I really do think breathwork is the foundation of most everything I talk about on this channel, whether it's sovereignty, psychology, state control, ancient knowledge. Like, the breath is just so key in these times. So if that interests you, apply, link in the description. Let's describe this process. So everything is happening on 2 levels, as I was saying. Like, we inhale and we exhale, and this pressurizes and then depressurizes. It's like we're squeezing a sponge, right? We squeeze it and all the murky water goes out, and then we let it fill up with water again, and then we squeeze it and all the murky water goes out. Your body is these layers and layers of fabrics and tubes that we must squeeze and then release and allow all of that toxins to cleanse out of your system. On the next level, we have the fire breath and the water breath, or the Shakti breath and the Shiva breath. The Shakti breath is charging up chi into the body. It's about breathing in, charging up, and shining forth. The water breath, though, is about dissolving. Is about becoming formless, not charging, but dissolving. So again, we see the same principle in alignment here of polarizing and then depolarizing. This is how you can create equalization. When we equalize with the great essence all around us, right? When we equalize with all of this, harmony is ours, our field, right? If we can charge it and then release it, draw in clean energy and release it, right? And put the intent, like have the intention of harmonizing with nature around us, literally bathing in nature around you, bathing in the Great Mother, right? Magic happens. So with that, before we get into the magic piece, my friends, I want to talk about something very, very important. Thank you for staying this far. John 3:5. I think Nicodemus was asking Jesus, like, how can I be born again? Can I be put back into my mother's womb? And Jesus answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Ye must be born again. My friends, to be born again, you must learn embryonic breathing. What does Jesus mean here? You must be born of the water and the Spirit? Well, water, to the occultists, to the esotericists, water symbolizes chi, the waters of life, chi, okay? So water, that's the symbol of water, equals chi. Spirit, right? Oh wait, this is the symbol of fire. That's the symbol of water. Spirit, to the esotericists, represents the I am, right? Or fire element. So spirit equals fire. Wow, what were we just talking about when we were doing that breathing process of blending thyself with the great essence? We're talking about building fire up in the body, building up a strong I am, right? And then blending with the chi. Literally, my friends, after doing these practices enough, what will happen is you will start to breathe as if you're in your mother's womb. The child in the mother's womb, right? He's literally breathing through his belly button, through his lower dantian, right? And he's breathing that liquid that is so nutritious, that is full. I forget what the right words are, but it's just full of nutrition, your mother's blood, right? And basically everything you need, the perfect essence and carrier of life. We are breathing that through our belly button, right? Literally into our whole body. We are breathing that liquid through our whole body and letting it basically add nutrition or absorb into our whole body. So we're breathing this fluid into every piece of us, and then we're breathing it out. And basically we are pumping with the blood of the mother, right? So if we must be born again, how do we re-enter the womb is the question, right? Well, to re-enter the womb is to bring your awareness to that lower dantian center, right? Which is literally the source of creation, right here. To be reborn again, we must enter that lower Dantian center and start breathing into our whole entire body, right? The water and the blood of the mother. The mother being earth, right? Earth is the mother, the sun is the father, right? Earth is basically the womb. We have to realize we are in a great womb and we are infants, right? And this great womb, the secret of it, my friends, is to learn to breathe with the unseen blood of the mother, this vital life force that exists all around us, but we are blind infants that are unable to discern, identify, and basically sync ourselves up to the divine mother. So embryonic breathing, my friends, is imagining you're in a womb and breathing in the energy all around you, right? And exhaling and letting yourself just be completely filled and then completely empty with the mother's breath, with the mother's blood, with the mother's nutrition. And that mother's nutrition is the ether, the ocean of energy all around you, right? So I could go much deeper. Drop a comment below if you want to go deeper into embryonic breathing. So that was a critical piece I wanted to hit on there, was the embryonic breath. Breathing as if you're an embryo again. Literally, my friends, you must be born of the water and the spirit. You must be born of the I am presence and the waters of chi. This is why breathwork is literally the most valuable thing and like really the only thing we should be focused on. Almost. Okay, my friends, getting back to magic now. So breathwork is to charge and cleanse. We charge and cleanse by going back between fire and water, between inhaling and exhaling, as I've described many times. As we're breathing, we are cleansing, we're decreasing inflammation, right? We are rebalancing hormones, rebalancing chemicals. We are cleansing the body, right, with the breath. And we are cleansing the mind. By breathing, we are letting our mind settle into trance by concentrating on the breath and concentrating on subtle perception. Breath and subtle perception, right? This is way more powerful than meditation. Meditation, you just let your mind go blank and often random things come in. But we concentrate on feeling the subtle perception of chi and the breath. That's it. No counting, no nothing, right? This cleanses your mind. Essentially what happens, my friends, is we allow the waters to settle. If we do that 2-mo breathing practice, 5 seconds in, 5 second hold, 5 seconds out, 5 second hold, and do that until our breath becomes silent, until we're almost hitting that 1 minute a breath mark, where you are in such a deep trance. Like if you do this for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you will almost immediately go into trance. And the more you breathe, the more you want to breathe. That's the thing, my friends. All of a sudden, that breathing practice and that trance brings you to a place of presence and potency. This is what we're lacking in the modern day, and this is why we can't do magic anymore. What we must create is presence and potency. My friends, again, I invite you to, either get the free basic training guide of breathwork linked in the description, or apply for the intensive training, the 6-week intensive training. Link for that also in the description, because that whole intensive training is about developing the practices to create presence and potency and apply it into your life. Apply the magic from there. When we're present and we're potent and we're still, we're not reacting to distraction, we're not leaking energy, we're sovereign in our own being, right? We don't have many scattered thoughts. In fact, our mind is clear, right? We are one-pointed. That is power. From there, we can do anything. That is the space of creation, and that's where the magician starts at. A good magician, a true magician, knows how to bring himself into a place of presence and potency. That's where the magic happens. If we're leaking energy, our energy's dispersed, how can we send a concentrated beam of intent into the universe? We can't. Presence and potency is where magic begins at. So breathwork, cleanse, and charge. All of a sudden, your life force has expanded. All of a sudden, your magnetic field has a higher charge, a deeper polarity from breathing, right? All of a sudden, the energy that was locked in your body and base consciousness, like desires, cravings, fears, anger, regret, all these things, right? That energy has been liberated into a higher frequency. Our brain, right? Our brain waves are approaching that gamma wave state, We're in that deep trance, right? And from there, we can send out such powerful vibrations into the universe that, this is the secrets, my friends. I'm really just laying it all down on the table before you. So presence and potency is where it begins. This is why breathwork is the basis if you want to manifest, if you want to do magic, if you want regeneration, healing, really higher states of consciousness. This is where it begins, my friends, breathwork. So, the final piece, my friends, magic. Let's talk about this shit. Give me some space here. So when we're in that place of presence and potency, my friends, and we're in awareness of the vital magnetism, this is the first key. 1. Actually, this is 2. Actually, this is 1. Vital magnetism and building awareness of vital magnetism, right, brings you into presence and potency, really. So when we're present and we're potent with energy, we have not dispersed our energy, and we're in awareness of our vital magnetism, we are breathing deeply and feeling the chi pump around us, feeling our vital magnetic field. We are in the position to affect powerful, powerful magic. Powerful magic, my friends, because our vital magnetic field can be programmed by our intent and directed will, right? So I'm just going to describe an instance of a practice for me. And that's like sitting there at night after doing, 30 minutes, an hour of breath work and getting to that potent and clear place. I feel as if my body was in perfect vitality, as if all my veins and arteries and circulatory system were just pumping so fully, as if my lymph was like dumped, completely. I had no inflammation. I was fully aligned and present, and my body felt good, right? I saw these ducks playing in the water the other day. They're just like playing around and diving, and they're just these plump little ducks in this freezing cold water. And like, you can just tell they're so in their body. Like, their body is just this perfect vehicle. They don't eat bullshit. They don't think and feel bullshit. They're just present with the water, the food they're eating, and the life they live. And it's the same. Essentially, they're in perfect vitality, which is our blueprint, right? They're so alive. I envision myself like those ducks. I envision myself fully alive and pumping, my whole body just online. Everything, all the muscles, right? No tightness, no misalignments. I imagine the ether, the vital life force of creation pumping through me. I imagine myself sitting in a field and breathing into this field in real time of perfect harmony, of perfect order, of the original blueprint in which I was made in, right? So I start breathing into that field, and I send my intent and will into it. I will that experience, right? Essentially, my friends, we could go much deeper into training the magical will and intent. Go watch my videos on planting a powerful seed, how to do magic number 1, number 2, and number 3. But essentially, my friends, you breathe, you get clear on the intent. You will it into existence with your breath and your sovereign will, right? And then you breathe into it and feel it now. Straight, not straightened, is the way of magic. To be straight now, to be vital now, to not be healing, nor fixing, nor needing nothing, to already have all. That is the place the magician comes from, right? Straight, not straightened, whole, not healing. But at the same time, fully aware and present with your body. And allow thyself to be crooked in order to become straight. Allow thyself to be partial in order to become whole. Essentially, you're becoming so firm in belief and even feeling into a more subtle reality, a quantum leap to a reality where you're in perfect alignment, right? You're feeling into that, yet you are still feeling present and accepting exactly where your body's at. Not trying to change, not trying to expect, not trying to anticipate, but you are so firm in your belief of that, and you plant such a powerful beam, such a powerful seed into the mind, into your energetic field, and into the universe, that result will slowly take place as time passes. You're planting a powerful seed into your energy body, and your vital magnetic field can be programmed. My friends, that was the wrap up. That was the grand finale, I believe, on the Vital Magnetism series. Definitely make sure you go watch all the videos. This series, you just go on my channel, type it in, Vital Knowledge of Self series. And this is really where it begins, down here at the subtle energy anatomy and the nervous system is where we really start diving into it all. Thank you so much for watching this far, my friends. Again, I appreciate it so deeply if you share this video. It's the only way other people find this message, find my content. And if you hit that like button, drop a comment anywhere you want clarification to go deeper. I just appreciate all that so much. I love you, fam. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being on this frequency. And may the breath be with you. May the force be with you. Oh, I think that's the next video I'm going to make. Anyways, my friends, I'll see you on the other side. Again, if you guys want to talk to me one-on-one, you can apply for a free consult, link in the description, and I'll see you on the flip. Peace.